Miguel, can I ask you something? Right, Forest is going to be. I think it's a very, very difficult game for you guys. I've seen a lot of guys on Twitter saying that you're going to bounce back, doing 3 or 4-0. I think this game there is an enormous amount of pressure on Arsenal. You play before City, you play before Liverpool. Those two clubs at the moment are in a more comfortable position in the league than where you are.
Facts.
And we've seen Forest this season. You know, Newcastle took into penalties in the Cup. They beat Liverpool at Anfield. They're going to be going in confident. And Nuno Espirito Santo has got this thing, like he did it under Wolves where he beat City a couple of times. If you lose or draw, let's say you draw this weekend and Liverpool win, are you saying that you're out of the title race? Because you'd be something like 11 points behind by then.
Henry, it's not only about the 3 points. I need to see a result where the performance matches the results. I need to start seeing us not only win the game, but perform well. Because we're at a point in the season where we can't just say, oh, you just need to win. We need to start seeing good performances. We need to start seeing better attacking play. We need to start seeing the midfield and the attack holding onto the ball a little bit better than we have been. And I do think with Martin Odegaard being there, we will play better offensively. We will be more front
footed. You can't put all that on one player, again.
No. 1 second. He is the best creative player in the league. Now that Kevin De Bruyne has been out, let's be honest. Statistically, the guy has been injured for half the
season. Salah would argue differently.
1 second. He's been injured. 1 second.
The season might argue
He's been injured. He's been injured for a big portion of the season, and he still has the most created chances in the league. This is not a fake stat. I'm literally telling you the actual stat.
Yeah, he's got the most big chances created.
So when it comes to Martin Odegaard being back, he's a game changer for us. He offers us another goal scorer in the midfield. He holds on to the ball. He's our safety blanket whenever anybody needs anything, and he leads the press. This guy being back.
A bad thing though. That you're so reliant on him.
Every great team has over reliance on their great players. Simple. Now Arsenal doing it is no different to any other player or any other team relying on their best players over the decades of football. I don't think there's anything bad about relying on some of your best players and relying on one of the best players in the league in his position.
Do you think that's why we're looking at
good? And now that he's back, you've seen what he could create in the Chelsea game. He created one of the best moments. And I do think there is cause to say that, you know what, with the fixtures coming up, I'm not looking at Nottingham Forest as a tough game as everyone is. I'm looking at it as an opportunity. I'm looking at it as an opportunity to prove everybody wrong and to show them that we are not as bad as people make us out to be, that we are going to now kick on. And this Nottingham Forest game could be an opportunity to galvanize everybody, especially the fans. We're at home. The players, Odegaard is supposed to be back. Saka should be fit. Rice hopefully can be on the pitch. With us at our best.
So you got a full strength 11.
I think with us at our best, we still are a scary team. And maybe I'm a little bit hyping myself up here, but forget about the transfer window. Arsenal need to fix themselves in-house. Fix our attack, fix our midfield, get ourselves playing positive football again, and everything will be all right.
Who have you got? You've got midweek Champions League. Who are you playing midweek?
Sporting.
Yorkie Reyes is going to be. I think they play Friday as well. I think they play tomorrow, don't they? Sporting.
Yeah, we're playing away.
So we're playing away in Portugal. I don't want to get away from the weekend. We're going too far ahead here. Who else agrees? Who else agrees with Henry that Forest can't be over? Is this and we know it's a potential banana skin, but Kate, will it be a banana skin for Arsenal?
Yes.
That was Jim shouting yes. Well, we hope so. I mean, I think the last time I was on the terrace, it's been a few weeks. It feels like a lifetime because I had Eagle chirping away that Arsenal were going to win the league and Arteta is the best thing since sliced bread. And today he sits here a broken man, a shadow of himself. But look,
we're 9 points behind Liverpool. What do you expect me to do? Dance and cry?
Oh, all right. Who told to the jam out of your donut? Bloody hell.
Ali's laughed by the sounds of it.
It all depends which Arsenal turn up. If they do what Tottenham tend to do and think they can just turn up and overturn Forest, then there's a potential that they're going to get sort of found out. But on paper, Arsenal should win it. But I will be praying and watching.
What do you think is going to happen? Don't do the sitting on the fence thing.
Well, if I had to do a score, I have done. I'm just going to look at my pad. I've done Arsenal to win 3-1, but I pray that they don't.
I think it'd be
but
closer.
It is a potential banana skin. I mean, Nuno, what a manager he is. Don't know why Spurs have never looked at him.
I know some people. I know some people would just say we just need to win, but I just need to see a really good performance.
You need to win as well.
You just need to win.
Yeah, you do.
No, I know. You just need to win, but I also want to see a good performance because I want to see that there's something to build off.
No, I agree. No, I agree with the gal. I think Arsenal need more than a win. I think they need a win and a performance. I understand the need for 3 points is essential, but I think their team's got to start building up a bit of confidence. This is a team, barring the League Cup game. I don't know if people are aware of this. They won one football match, a very scrappy 1-0 against Shakhtar in all of their games between the last 2 international breaks. One win.
But they're scary.
And they were, Kate.
They're scary. They're scary bad now.
They've not been, they need to get back to being scared. They need to get back. And we can all sit there and pretend because they're down in the dumps. There was a 2-year period where, barring when they came to White Hart Lane or they came to St James's Park, even when they came to Old Trafford, we got results. We all knew watching Arsenal for a good 2 years. The last 2 years, the majority of the time they've passed well, attacked well, been dangerous. And something in the last 6 to 7 weeks has not been there. So I agree with Miguel 100%. Arsenal need to win, and I think they need to win with a bit of swagger to send a message out, because it's that performance that will get into the dressing rooms of other teams. Scraping a 1-0 win, people will go, they're gettable. They need to go there, put 3 goals past Forest, keep a clean sheet, look dominant, and they need to send a message, in my opinion. I think they really, really need to send a message, Arsenal.
I'd be shocked if that was the type of performance you got against Forest, though. I think Forest beat my team this year.
They're the only team to beat you.
They're also above you in the table.
Defensive team in the league as well.
They're level on points. They're behind us.
Oh, well, they were above you until Chelsea, and they have, as Henry said, the second best defense in the league. They've got a really good partnership there. Chris Wood is now, for some reason, scoring goals in the Premier League, which he didn't really do much of for the past 4 years, but he's finally figured that out now. And they are a team. I'm not saying they are going to play Arsenal off the park, but they are a team that buys into what their manager is telling them to do. They can be stubborn. They can be annoying to play against. And they're up against an Arsenal team now, which by all admissions are low on confidence. If they start kicking Arsenal about everywhere, if they start, slowing that game down, angering the fans, doing everything in the shithouse book to slow that game down and turn it on its head to their side of things, I don't think Arsenal are necessarily going to create many open play chances as it is. I don't think Arsenal are doing that at the minute. I don't think that's all of a sudden going to change.
No. I think you're mistaken. I think it's the opposite. We create the chances. We just miss them. We
created them against Inter.
We missed probably the second or third most big chances in the league, maybe. I think because we create a lot of chances, we just miss them, and or the goalkeeper stands on their head. That's the issue. We're going to create chances at home. We're going to get opportunities to score. We're going to get.
You are conceding goals at home, though.
It's how clinical we are. That's the thing, Tom. I don't think it has to do with the lack of creativity. We got Odegaard back. We got Saka on the pitch, bro. We're creating chances. It's just, can these guys finish those chances?
Yeah, I mean, XG wise, Arsenal have this 8th best in the league. They're behind.
How many chances have we missed? Big chances in the league.
Chances missed.
Go on. If you go on any site, you'll probably see.
Odegaard coming back into the team.
You've missed as many big chances as Liverpool have this season.
But does Odegaard change you missing chances? I think Odegaard will come in and the press will be better because he leads it. I think there'll be a bit of a buzz around the Emirates, but Odegaard's not going to fix you missing chances.
Hang on, so 1 second, guys, I want to slow this down a second. So Tom, where are you getting at? So this one, I want to be sure we'll all look at the same information. The XG website I'm on, Understat.
What one are you on? I wasn't on that one.
Okay, so hang on. So Understat.com. It has Liverpool top with an XG of 24.
Mm-hmm.
Man City second with an XG of 23.8. Yours is 24.6. Tottenham a third with 23.1. Arsenal are then fourth on 21.8. So behind the others. But no, I only want to do.
It's different models, isn't it?
Hang on. Because this is what I'd say about being 8th, right? We're very early in the season. How far are they behind 4th or 1st? Like, what's the differential? I think that's when it comes to those kind of stats. I think you have to look at the differential, if that makes sense.
Behind 4th, which is Chelsea, they are 2.7. No, 2.6. Sorry, 2.6
in totality.
Yeah, between 4th and 8th, which is where they are, it's 2.6.
Okay, cool. Okay. How can there be 2 different models of XG? I don't understand.
There's loads of different ones. Everyone has a different. So, like my one, I'm on FOTMob.
So they're all bollocks then, because they should all be the same, shouldn't they? If they use it, how can you?
It's all different algorithms, isn't it?
What I mean is, right? Is generally speaking, you might be out by 1 or 2, but a header's a header, a tackle's a tackle, a shot on target, a shot. How could XG be so different from one another? Because this has them ahead of Chelsea by nearly 2. The difference is mad.
And what I'm looking at has Arsenal behind Brentford and Man United and Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
Man United are really low. Man United are low. We're on 19, but they're only 2 behind Arsenal. But yeah, we're quite low.
But how does Odegaard coming in change that?
Bro, I don't think you realize.
How does he get you scoring goals?
I don't think you realize Odegaard does so much for us. One, he leads the press and he's the first line of defense. Number one. Number two, he's one of the most creative players on the pitch whenever he's on the pitch, and he creates double the opponent's created chances. So he gives us more opportunities to score goals. Yes, he might not be finishing it, but if you create more chances, you're gonna have, and you're missing a lot of chances. At least you have a better chance of scoring now that you're creating more chances. There's 2 more parts also. He's a massive leader on the pitch, and then the final thing I would say is he's a safety blanket. He allows us to hold on to possession a lot easier with him on the pitch rather than anybody else, be it Trossard, be it Ethan, because he's a safe pair of hands and people can't take the ball off him as easy as other players. Whenever he has the ball, it's almost like a safety blanket. You just give it to him whenever you're in trouble, and he's able to turn and create something out of nothing.
So are you saying it's no excuses this weekend?
Martin Odegaard has to be our savior at this moment in time.
So if you've got your best 11 available possible, obviously you will have some injuries, and you don't beat Forest,
bro. If we get a draw versus Forest, forget about the league, bro. We have too many. We have to start looking at why are we dropping so many points at home versus teams that are not better than us. I understand versus Bournemouth. Guess what? Bournemouth, you got a red card. Brighton, you got a red card. Liverpool, we almost beat them. We should have beat them. Man City, we almost beat them. We should have beat them. Where's the mentality that we had the last couple of years where it didn't matter until the last second and look like we're going to win? I seen that versus Chelsea. I kind of seen that a little bit versus Inter. So maybe it's starting to come back. But I'm saying to you right now, forget about the league title. We just need to get a good performance, win, and start getting good spirit around the team. Because I think the club and the manager and the team still think they can get back into this title race, but they need to show it with their performances to put belief back into the fan base. Because I think maybe a big portion of the fan base right now are not thinking about the league title. They're just thinking about get us a win, get us a result, show us what you're made of, so we can start so we can start believing in silverware again.
I think Arsenal just needs to. No, we got new manager, mate. We're not. No, but like the ride.
You guys are playing the underdog.
You guys are playing the ride.
City at the moment, for the first time in Pep's career, they've lost 4 in a row. Arsenal low in confidence, struggling. You know, they only just about beat Shakhtar and they've conceded goals.
Hey.
I mean, you must be sitting. Hang on, we've just spanked Leverkusen. We've just beat Villa, and there's not a huge amount of internal pressure from
Liverpool. You know what? Let me give you glass half full.
Like it's just.
We got no pressure.
Let me give you guys the glass half full. The thing that I've been saying all international break. How about this? We've played Liverpool at home. We played Man City away. We played Tottenham away. We played Aston Villa away, Newcastle away, Chelsea away. We've gotten a lot of tough away grounds out of the way. Now the second half of the season, we're doing a title charge. We have to. We need to go and find a way to get a result against these teams.
Yeah, they could be like 15.
And we have easier fixtures. We have easier fixtures. I know it might be no game is easy. You guys are gonna say, but But with the games remaining and a lot of these tough games out of the way, we should be able to get. We should have an easier route to trying to win it.
Do you know what it is, though, Gal? In the 2 years that have been,
it's just unfortunate. We need Liverpool to drop points.
Yeah. I just look at it in the sense of, yes, you've got a lot of the tough away games out the way, but I would say in the last 2 years, your record against the top teams was quite good. It was certainly better. I mean, City had a really bad one last year. We weren't great. I think you had the best record out the title challenges against the big teams last year. And I think I might be wrong because I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the year before you would also play it again. What's done Arsenal in the past couple of years hasn't necessarily been not winning the games against the big teams. It's fucking it up against the smaller teams that you should beat. And that's the run that you've got now in December off the back of a period of time where the confidence is low already. That's where the banana skins and that's where the oohs are going to come from. Not because I think if you had United away, I would rather you have West Ham away than United away. I would rather you have a team that's a bit lower down the table, like a Fulham, than a United or a Chelsea, because Arsenal can get themselves up for them games, but it's them other types of games.
I think
you've slipped up in the past, and that's what sticks in my head with it. This one that you got coming up,
we might have lost. We might have lost to maybe we might have dropped points or drawn maybe a couple games against smaller teams. But out of the top teams, we either win or we get a draw. We don't lose against the top teams, but a draw is still not good enough. A draw versus Liverpool at home was not good enough. A draw versus Man City in the position that we were in is still drop points. And in this situation where we're 9 points behind Liverpool, I would rather play some of the Ipswich. I'd rather play Ipswich away like you did, Wolves away like you did, Crystal Palace away like you did. They
also played United away.
Going forward.
You better win.
I'm saying I'd rather play those teams going forward than playing Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Man City.
You are right in that. The only difference being is there's a 9-point gap, so there is now more pressure. You know, we spoke about the new Champions League format, and some teams have played a lot of hard teams at the beginning. You know, you could argue that the Real Madrids and the sort of Bayern Munichs have done that. They played a lot of difficult teams, and yes, they should now win their remaining fixtures against the easier sides. But some of those bigger teams, I think PSG might be one of them. Some of them are not even in the playoff area. So suddenly there's now more pressure and jeopardy in those games because they're more must win, where if they'd have won all their other games and they were sitting second, they'd have gone into those games semi-relaxed. And I think that's the difference now. There is more pressure on Arsenal in these games because, yes, you're expected to win. Yes, you should win on paper. But now it's if we don't, we go 12 points behind, 15 points behind. So that's what makes it really intriguing.